So with the release of Elden Ring, it overshadowed a lot of very good titles. So in this series, we are going to be showing you guys a load of games that are absolutely banging that you definitely would have missed due to the release of Elden Ring. The first one is this one right here. I have spent hours on this. I was actually on it for around 5 hours last night. Actually, so much so that I'm debating restarting the live streams so that we can get some Let's Plays done. But this right here is Stranger Paradise Final Fantasy Origins. This is a in-depth game, to say the least, with a graphical imagery that is not 100% amazing, but animated cutscenes which will leave you thinking you're watching an anime film. This game is absolutely amazing. So today, without any further ado, if you have not already, make sure you smash the beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. With that being said, let's crack on with the video. What is going on, guys? My name is CloudPlays and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today we are taking a look at Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin. This game is absolutely awesome and has gone so underrated due to the release of Elden Ring early on in the year. The Square Enix and Co. Tecmo Games title has absolutely rocked my evening last night. We went into this game with very low expectations, as the Final Fantasy franchise, although it is very famous, has not had the greatest run through as of recently. But this title did not disappoint, with an in-depth looting system, a characterization model that works absolutely amazingly, and the switch over between classes that will leave you guys thinking you've got numerous different characters. This works very, very well. Not only that, but with an in-depth character model of every boss that you come up against, the imagination behind this game is absolutely immersive. Now, taking this for what it is, and it being a Final Fantasy game, I am not one for absolutely ginormous cutscenes, although these games do have some very, very large cutscenes indeed, and are quite crucial to the Final Fantasy franchise. This leads for most of the story, and you will get lost if you decide to skip past them. So recommendations are: enjoy the movie part of the game, but the actual gameplay only gets better. So going into the looting system, we do have battle settings, and these battle settings work on a very, very complex method. Although it seems like it would be quite simple, there are so many different things and attributes to this game that this will leave you build lovers an absolute treat. We have got so many different masteries that you can go for, from sword fighter to swordsman, ronin, poleganist, the marauder, mage, duelist, lancer. There are so many different options that you guys can go for when it comes to weapon customization that this thing will just leave you feeling like you're in a fresh character every mission if you want to. Now, inside of these levels, you do have job levels, and you have to essentially build these up to the maximum cap of 30 for every single one of them. Me, myself, I am loving the swordsman at this moment in time, so maxed out at level 30 on my swordsman, and moving on to Ronin and the duelist as it stands right now. You have everything from great swords to normal swords, katanas, we have axes, mage abilities, duelist blades, and lances, and this game just does not disappoint. With an absolutely crazy stat system that works on a basis of your leveling system inside of each weapon, you can have job affinities on a single weapon, which will enable you guys to have boosts inside of that weapon itself, giving you guys a bit more of a motive push that you will definitely urge for more. Now, like most Final Fantasy games, this game does have a combination sequence, and what I mean by that is each weapon will have its own combination. So you guys will learn new attributes along your way and be able to upgrade your leveling system within each mastery, meaning that you guys can get brand new customizations for your weapon combos. And my, oh my, these combos do not disappoint whatsoever, with amazing cinematics in them. These things just leave you wanting more all of the time. This game has genuinely caught me off guard on a basis that I can't stop playing it. There seems to be so much that you guys can do for this, such as command abilities as well. Now, you do have something which is called being a light bringer. You have the light that you can enable, and you can do so much from this, such as reinforcing your main character to give you guys a bit more of a whack. You can also reinforce your weapons and summon them upon venom. As you can see, my weapon is purple at points, and that is because we've given it an added boost, which works again very, very well. Each one of these will have its main job title for it, such as the duelist or such as the swordsman, but combining these across different level systems and different masteries will mean that you give a customization to a whole new level. Now, attacking does not just come standard. You do have a statistic called MP, and treat this as if it's sort of like your FP bar. This is going to be your status effect that you will have to build up by doing general attacks to build up and utilize those heavier abilities. On top of that, you will only be able to use the command abilities using this MP as long as you build it up a bit higher. Now, utilizing the light does work in a bit of an uncomplex leveling system. Using your heavy abilities will do what's called a break, and that essentially destroys what we'll call in this the shield. Once you've destroyed the shield, you can then do a soul attack. Using those souls attack will essentially be like a finisher for your character. Each single ad that you come up against, every opposing character that you come up against has a different soul-crushing, destroying end attack, which just is so damn satisfying as you turn them into essential red crystals and obliterate them into next week. Not only that, but level design is absolutely spectacular. Although the graphics are probably a little bit more behind a lot of other games, the level design for this game is absolutely tremendous, with some very nice and satisfying scenery. A lot of this stuff does work down a fantasy route, as you can imagine, inside of a Final Fantasy game, but it leads the imagination to run absolutely wild with some of the things that you may potentially see. And to end this off with, the boss fights are absolutely tremendous. Although, depending on the settings that you apply this to, may not be overly difficult, the satisfaction of taking one of these bosses out and the enjoyment process that is in the middle of it when you are attacking these bosses is absolutely amazing. The way that they've designed these bosses are extremely unique, and for somebody who's not massive in the Final Fantasy franchise, this is something which has definitely piqued my interest to take a look at some of the older games that they've had released so far. So should you guys be taking advantage and grabbing hold of the Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins, my personal opinion would be absolutely. This game, although priced at around 60 Great British pounds, is currently on sale on the PlayStation Store, at least for $44.99, and a price gate that I would definitely say was worth the game. With a requirement of around 103 gigabytes minimum, this game is by no means a tiny game and a lot of a joke. This thing is definitely going to keep you thirsty, and a storyline that is definitely going to give you a bit more of a connection towards the character. For me, this game is a great one, and is definitely one that I'm going to be dabbling in the near distant future. And if you guys would like to see that, then please let me know, and we may even reboot the live streams and get a let's play done. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks again for watching, but as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.